You don't know whether the person you are speaking to knows better English than you. If he or she knows better English, he or she will ask you difficult questions and terrific questions. You won't be able to answer them. So avoid these things. Use simple words, simple sentences, and move ahead. Do regular practice. Hello and welcome, friends. Wish you all are doing well and you are watching me on Knowledge Versatile. We are the learners. At the time of speaking, sometimes we choose complicated constructions, complex sentences. But if we choose complicated sentences and complex words and complex sentences, those will be difficult for us to speak, as complicated sentences are difficult to construct. And at the time of speaking, as we don't have time to construct sentences, so it will be very easy if you choose simple sentences. On the other hand, if you take complicated sentences, it is very sure that you will make mistakes. And if you make mistake, you will lose your fluency. You cannot make the second sentence. It will be difficult for you. So to keep fluency, to keep your speech moving on, you'll have to choose simple sentences. All the words, all the sentences should be simple and should be easier to find out, so that you won't have to search here and there for the suitable words. We are educated. At the time of writing, we can write complicated words, beautiful sentences, but at the time of speaking, we don't have much time. At the time of writing, we have enough time. We can think and write. We can think and write. As a result, our writing turns good. On the other hand, if we make any mistake, we can pen through them. We can pen through them and can write again. But at the time of speaking, we cannot pen through our speeches. Whatever is spoken already. You cannot pen through it. You cannot undo it. So, while speaking, be more careful. And again, everything depends on our practice. We have writing practice, so we can write beautifully. If we do not have speaking practice, we cannot speak. We may have great knowledge of English. We may have great command over English, but at the time of speaking, if you do not have the practice, if you do not have regular practice, it is quite impossible for you to use your known words. On the other hand, we may know lots of words, lots of constructions, and we can use them at the time of writing, but at the time of speaking, those are useless, as because at the time of speaking, we cannot remember those words, those sentences. Very few words and very few sentences will be able to remember at the time of speaking. This is common. This is common to everyone. This is common to everyone. Whatever knowledge we have, we cannot apply at the time of speaking. It depends. Sometimes it depends. If you speak too much, if you have regular practice, you can use your known words more. If you have enough practice, you can use your known words more. If you learn new words, you'll have to use them in your speeches. If you don't use the known words, newly learned words in your speeches, you cannot use them ever. You have to use your known words, complicated sentences. You'll have to have the practice of using your newly learned words, newly learned sentences. Whatever sentences you have learned newly, you'll have to use them in your speech. And when you will use them? At home, when there is nobody. At the time of your practice session, use the complicated words, complicated sentences for speaking. But while you are speaking in presence of others, you are talking to someone else, don't try to use complicated words, complicated sentences which are not used to you. If you know them, if you know how to use them, that's good and fine. But for the first time, you are using some complicated words, complicated sentences. This is very much difficult. On the other hand, sometimes you may construct the half of the sentence and rest of the sentence, you will think what to use and how to speak. So, to avoid this self-harassment, use simple words, simple constructions, and speak fluently. When you will speak fluently, you will gain your confidence. When you will gain your confidence, then introduce new words, new sentences, and enrich your speech, enrich your vocabulary, enrich your knowledge. So do your practice this way. And regular practice is a must. Without regular practice, you cannot take a single step ahead without regular practice. Even after doing regular practice, sometimes we fumble in presence of others. So when we have to speak the necessary words, we cannot find out. We cannot find out the necessary words when we speak in presence of others. And if the person is an important one, if the person is an higher authority, sometimes we cannot use the simplest words and the simplest sentences. That's why try to speak in presence of your friends when you are starting, but start at home. Start at home where nobody is there. You will speak whatever you wish. The new sentences, new patterns. If you make mistake, you won't have the harassments. You won't have the mental harassment. We are too much hesitant. We hesitate too much. So if people are around us and we are doing the practice, it may be something difficult. But in presence of your teacher, that's good. If a teacher is there, that's good. Teacher will rectify you. Teacher will give you new sentences, new words, new patterns, and will force you to practice. That's good. In presence of friends, unknown person, if you try to speak anything difficult, anything complicated, you will be in trap. You will be in trap. You don't know whether the person you are speaking to knows better English than you. If he or she knows better English, he or she will ask you difficult questions and terrific questions. You won't be able to answer them. So avoid these things. Use simple words, simple sentences, and move ahead. Do regular practice, and your duty is to practice. If you do regular practice, it's sure that you will learn spoken English. Whatever skill it is, if you do regular practice, you are sure to learn. You are sure to learn. This is a natural process. We attempt practice and learn nothing. This is not going to happen. On the other hand, if you try to learn fast, do practice more, but whether you will learn fast or not, it depends. Some person may learn earlier, some person take a little longer time. That's why whether you will learn earlier or you will take a little bit more time, it depends on your practice, it depends on your knowledge of English, it depends on your quality of speech, everything. It depends on the surroundings, people around you, how they react, whether they speak, whether they respond to you in English or not. Many parameters are there, those influence your speeches. If you record your voice, you can hear it for the second time and you can find out whether you are making any mistakes and how to rectify them. After rectifying them, record your voice once again. So I'm not extending my words any further. I'm concluding here. For more spoken English videos, check out my playlist. Thanks for watching. Bye.